Creating a publisher brochure is quick and easy. Start by opening Microsoft Publisher in the Microsoft Office group on the Program menu. Or you can simply click on the green P at the bottom of your, or you can simply click on the green P on the bottom menu bar. Once opened, choose Publications for Print. Then specify Brochure. Browse the many choices and select your template. You'll have lots of options. For our purposes, I'll just pick the first one. As you make your selection, keep in mind that any item on the template can be changed or modified, so don't concern yourself with every detail, but instead choose the one that best represents your topic. Once your brochure template is displayed on the screen, you can begin working on the left to modify it. Notice that this is the first side of your brochure. This is the second, but I hope you all have your fold-up version in your hand so you can see really how this works. The fold-up version should act as your storyboard. Define on each panel who's going to fill it in and with what. So you end up, when you fold it, with your cover in the right place and your back panel in the right place. We're going to begin with brochure options. This is where you can go from a 3-panel brochure, as you see here, to a 4-panel brochure. Four-panel brochures can come in handy. However, remember that when publishing brochures, less is definitely more. See what you can do with the 6 panels as opposed to the 4. See what you can do with a 3-panel as opposed to the 4. Customer address, you'll see down here. Later you'll be able to modify that to add a fictitious company name and address. Be creative and make it relevant to your topic, or eliminate it later to make room for more information. You'll want to ask your teacher if a company name is a requirement of the project. You can also turn it around to face the other way. A lot of times that's done for mailing purposes. For us, the customer address box right now won't be so important. You can add forms. Right now we have none. You can add an order form. You can add a response form. Or you can add a sign-up form. In your case, it is possible that none of these 3 is relevant. If you'd like a close-up view, you can magnify and zoom in so that you can really see what's going on. You can magnify so that you can really get a good look at the form. We're going to go back down to 66%. Because at 66% you can see your whole brochure and get the big picture. And we're going to move on to design publications. We're going to go back to no forms. And we're going to go on to design publications. We're going to go back to no forms, and we're going to go to publication designs. Publication designs just gives you the opportunity to reset your current design. We're on the inside of our panel right now, we're on the inside of our brochure right now. We're going to go back to the outside so we can take a look at the design, and maybe we'll decide at this point to change it. Just a word of warning. You can change this as often as you'd like, but it's going to be much easier and much less time-consuming to choose your template in advance. Once you start adding content and you change your design, you could overwrite some of your information. You may have to replicate some of your work. We'll go on to color scheme. And here we can choose a color scheme depending on what topic we're working on. You might want to choose a scheme that matches the color of a nation's flag, the color of an organization's logo, the color of a geographic characteristic. Right, here's one that's called moss. Here's one that's called mountain. Here's one that's called mulberry. Here's one that's called sunrise. Here's one that's called rainforest. It's very important to match your topic with your color scheme. Here's one that's more watery. Tide pool, tropics. Finally, you can change your font scheme. These font schemes tell you which two fonts will be used throughout your brochure. If you pick Wizard, you're going to get Franklin Gothic in bold and Franklin Gothic Book. If you pick Archival, you're going to get Georgia Bold and Georgia, etc., etc. It's really not necessary for you to choose a font scheme at this point. You can always change the font yourself later, but this will save you a lot of time in the future. This will save you a lot of time if you choose to go with it, so you can check those out. That's all there is to getting started with Publisher. Go on to the next tutorial to learn how to add content. Thank you, and goodbye. Good luck.